I have a solution for the WNBA.
NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal, known for his larger-than-life personality, has never shied away from bold opinions or controversial statements. Now, Shaq is stepping into the WNBA's ongoing challenge of attracting fans and revitalizing the league. Let's be honest, the WNBA has faced more than its share of setbacks. With ongoing drama and controversies, ranging from racism to other high-profile issues, the league has certainly had its turbulent moments.
I think in my 11-year career, I've never experienced the racial comments from the Indiana Fever fan base. It's unacceptable.
Bullying allegations.
Because there was also a stat that came out a few weeks ago that said Caitlin Clark received 17% of the WNBA's flagrant fouls this season, and 80% of those flagrant fouls were committed by the Chicago Sky against Caitlin Clark.
The WNBA's past year has unfolded like a poorly scripted horror film, leaving experts and analysts deeply concerned about the league's future. That's exactly why Shaq is stepping in with a bold master plan to rescue and revitalize the WNBA.
Tonight's WNBA Finals game was absolutely rigged, and there is so much proof. What a terrible way to end.
Shaq's bold strategy? Lowering the rims. Yes, you heard that correctly. His plan to save the WNBA centers on reducing the basket height, aiming to bring high-flying dunks to women's basketball and draw in more viewers. While it's certainly a creative idea, it's a bit like putting a band-aid on a bullet wound or bailing water from a sinking ship.
Why?
Because in comparison to the mountain of challenges the league is actually facing, the rim height is a relatively minor issue.
I have a solution for the WNBA. I don't know if you know, in males beach volleyball and women's beach volleyball, the net is lowered just a little bit.
That's what?
It's lowered. The net is lowered. So the only thing missing from the WNBA to the NBA game is the dunk.
Let's break it down. The excitement of dunks could add a fresh spark to the WNBA, particularly since many of its players struggle to dunk consistently.
By saying that to Reese, because if everyone starts dunking, then it's no longer a rare thing.
But Shaq's idea seems to miss the bigger picture. The WNBA's challenges run far deeper than aesthetics or highlight reel plays. Lowering the rims won't suddenly solve issues like bullying, abuse, poor officiating, racism, or the league's overall stagnation. It's like trying to patch up a sinking ship with nothing more than a fresh coat of paint.
Rick and Griner, a dunk for us here live. Go right ahead. Oh, okay, we'll give her another shot. Hang on, just we'll give her another shot. I don't even think I can touch the bottom of the net. All right, give us a good one. Here it comes.
Shaq's proposal isn't exactly new. He's been advocating for lower rims for years. In fact, he even mentioned it to Candace Parker, though she dismissed the idea. On the surface, it's not a terrible suggestion. Dunks are thrilling and a huge part of the NBA's appeal. But the WNBA isn't simply missing highlight dunks, it's grappling with deeper, systemic issues. Shaq even pointed to Caitlin Clark as an example in support of his idea.
So in beach volleyball, the women's net is maybe half an inch lower. You think if we just lower the rim so y'all could dunk like we dunk, that'll give y'all more oomph than you already have?
He argued that dunks could become the next big attraction, similar to Caitlin Clark's iconic logo threes. But putting too much emphasis on dunks risks turning the sport into a gimmick, overshadowing the incredible talent already on display. It's also important to remember that most WNBA players simply aren't built for frequent dunking, even if the rims were lowered.
Oh my God. What you mean not supposed to? There are women that can dunk though.
Why do you think people love Caitlin Clark besides her skills?
She can shoot threes from logo.
We never seen that before.
While Shaq envisions slam dunks energizing WNBA highlights, the league is grappling with far more serious problems, including bullying and abuse. These aren't isolated incidents. They're systemic issues that impact team culture and player well-being. For instance, Caitlin Clark has reportedly been targeted out of jealousy.
I honestly think there's a little bit of an appeal to the WNBA that not all of it is in the same style as the NBA.
Former players like Candace Wiggins have also spoken out about facing bullying for not fitting the league's dominant mold. These toxic environments are not only damaging but also discourage future talent. On top of that, inconsistent officiating, questionable technical calls, and a general disregard for abuse have left both fans and players frustrated.
antics have distracted many from her excellent play. When she saw that she was ranked 24th, way below
50-50? 50-50.
Poor officiating in the WNBA often undermines the overall quality of the game, and lowering the rims won't change that. Then there's the issue of racism. Caitlin Clark's meteoric rise as a generational talent should have been a landmark moment for the league, yet instead, the WNBA failed to fully embrace her and, unfortunately, put a target on her back.
Are calling for the WNBA to review this. Many people are calling for Dejanay Carrington to be suspended for the next game. A lot of people are also saying that the WNBA needs to overhaul the referees, that they have just been absolutely awful this season.
Rather than celebrating Clark's talent for attracting fans and boosting revenue, some in the league have treated her like an outsider. On top of that, racial tensions and identity politics within the WNBA have created divisions that are impossible to ignore.
Need to protect your superstars, and the WNBA has not done well this entire season of protecting their one superstar who brought in more eyeballs than anyone else has ever done in the league.
Speaking of Caitlin Clark, it's important to remember the WNBA's missed opportunity to fully back her. She's a once-in-a-generation talent who has single-handedly raised the league's profile. Her rookie season drew in new fans and boosted merchandise sales, yet instead of rallying behind her, the league often seemed hesitant, or even antagonistic.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. Like, she understands her privilege and like, pushes her over the top, innocent.
Imagine if the NBA had treated Michael Jordan with the same indifference early in his career. Clark's story highlights the WNBA's struggle to recognize and nurture its stars. If the league can't properly support a player of her caliber, how can it realistically expect to grow? In fact, other leagues, like the PMLF, have done far more to elevate Clark than the WNBA ever has.
Point that I'm really not understanding in all of this, and I feel like it's been such a pattern throughout the entire season. It feels like there are still certain people within the WNBA who want the league to grow, but they don't want it to grow if it's certain people at the face. And there is still this undertone of jealousy that for some reason I cannot get around calling it anything else but that, because I don't know what else it could be. I thought it was going to get better this season, but it hasn't. There are still people who seemingly, to me, feel like they just don't want Caitlin to be a part of it.
The people that are like, the WNBA want Caitlin Clark to fail, the WNBA bad, WNBA this, it gives ammo to the anti-WNBA people.
Even the pro event, a golf league, not a basketball league, recognized Caitlin Clark's mass appeal and exceptional talent, something the WNBA has yet to fully acknowledge.
I honestly just got so triggered by Caitlin Clark's golf debut, and it is no fault of hers that I got upset. It is the fault of the WNBA, because the LPGA just did everything that the WNBA should have been doing this season. They did it all correct in literally one day.
The league's failure to capitalize on players like Clark, who could easily be the face of women's basketball, reveals a lack of foresight and adaptability, and, if we're being honest, perhaps even some ill intent.
I didn't hear one thing about how her fans are toxic. I didn't hear one thing about there being too much spotlight on Caitlin Clark, and it should have maybe been on the professional golfers that are there. We didn't hear any of that. And those are the types of things that we have been hearing for the entirety of the WNBA season last season. There's immediate hesitancy. Is that a word? There's immediate hesitancy about giving.
That's right. The WNBA hasn't just struggled to protect its superstars, it has also fallen short when it comes to innovation and effective marketing. As a result, viewership has plateaued, and controversies often overshadow the on-court action. While Shaquille O'Neal's suggestion to lower the rims might grab attention, it's not the solution the league truly needs. The WNBA's challenges run far deeper than highlight-worthy plays, from bullying and abuse to stagnation and identity politics. There's still a long road ahead if the league hopes to secure its future.
Hey, LeBron, you're 100% right on these girls hating on Caitlin Clark. Y'all petty, girls. I expect men to be petty because we're the most insecure group in the world.
Oh, you are.
Y'all should be thanking that girl for getting y'all ass private charters, all the money and visibility she bringing to the WNBA.
Shaq's heart is in the right place, but until the WNBA addresses its deeper, systemic issues, no amount of dunking will truly save the league. If the WNBA wants to soar, it needs more than lowered rims. It requires a complete cultural and operational overhaul. Only then can it fully harness the incredible talent within the league and truly thrive. So, what do you think? Does Shaq's idea of lowering the rims make sense? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates from the world of basketball. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.